Hi everybody and welcome back to Small Project Cars 2 here on this channel. I'm KPG-GOONER here and welcome to my full career walkthrough here on this channel. Now before we get into today's episode, I want to say a massive big thank you to Stitch & Branson for my new logo design. It's absolutely awesome. I really like it. I like the way you've got the British theme in there as well and the racing style. Thank you so much for that. I hope you enjoy this big shout out. Right, let's get into today's episode. Right, so that's the qualifying session out the way, and we managed to pit third right at the end there, and I will take that all day long. I'm not brilliant at Long Beach, and yeah, the car did struggle slightly around some of the turns, but I got better towards the end. Right, let's get straight into the race, so here we go. Right, so here we go with the race. Let's see if we can get a good start here. So this is a 5-race championship, so we've got to start well and we can't afford to lose too much ground. So let's see if we can get a good start here and just try and hold off as many cars as we can, because I think there's a few cars in this race that just seem to have a little bit more acceleration than I do. Right, I think he's coming down the side of me. Yes, he is. Just try and hold the position. This is quite a tight turn. And put the brakes on, put the brakes on. Oh, God, I didn't think I was going to stop. Oh, that was close. Almost rear-ended that car. But we've managed to hold our third position. Right, let's just try and keep it nice and tight through there. Try and avoid to hitting the walls, which I did a lot in qualifying. Right, let's try. Oh, my God, on 2 wheels. Oh, my God, really trying to push it to the limit through there. Right, we managed to take that car in that turn as well. So we're up to P2. Oh my God, it's all happening already on the first lap. Now we've got 7 minutes to go, so I think you're going to get about maybe 5 laps in this race, and we've just got to keep pace. We don't seem to hold the speed around that turn. We've got to improve through there. Oh my God, oh, there's a coach still sitting on the circuit from qualifying. That's a bit of a glitch. Right, let's just try and hold it through here. We can't let the car in front end. I think they were hitting just over a second quicker, the P1 and P2 in qualifying. Just wasn't at that pace, but if we can just go a little bit quicker in this race, we might have a chance. Right, let's just try and close in around this turn, keep it nice and tight. That wasn't too bad. And just out of that slow corner, you can see that the car in front's got a little bit more acceleration there. Just pulled away a little bit, but we just got to try and stick with it. We know there's a couple of turns on this circuit. We seem to have a little bit more pace, and we've got to take advantage of it. So let's just try and stick with the car in front as long as we can. Now this corner we seem to be a little bit quicker. He's slowing down quite early there. We've managed to gain a little bit of time. Right, let's try and stay off the curb this time through here. Oh God, just trying to keep it nice and tight. Not too bad. Oh, that was nice and smooth through there. Right, let's try and stay off the curb this time. And that's much better through there. We're gaining on the leader here. We can't afford to just back off. We've got to keep on pushing, especially around this turn. This is the turn I seem to be slower on, and you can tell as soon as I turn into it, look, they just hold the speed. Look at it. They just get a much better drive around there. Every time I try to hold that sort of pace around that turn, I ended up going straight into the barrier. This car just doesn't hold the speed, and I kept on hitting the barrier through there as well. So there's a couple of corners I just couldn't hold this KTM really smooth through, and I had to slow down a bit. But I think over time, if you could put a bit of work into the setup on this car, I think you could make it better. But I was so into just trying to do the laps rather than just mucking around the settings on the car, and this was the best I could get on the settings wise. I think the only thing I really adjusted was the I didn't adjust the gearing at all on this one. I just adjusted the spring stiffness, I think the toe in, and I think the camber slightly. I think that was the only things that I adjusted, and it felt a little bit better than it did on the first couple of laps. And we're still just losing a little bit of time. We just need to push it a little bit harder on this lap. Let's see if we can just close the gap through there. Just try and keep nice and steady. And I didn't actually check what race is next. So we're going to do 2 races in today's episode, and then the final episode we'll do the last 3 races, as it's five rounds, and we're going to try and win it, but it's going to be tough. God, just managed to hold it through there, and I must admit this car feels pretty decent on the wheel. I must admit I do like the feeling these GT4 cars have. And probably one of the best that I've used so far, and I'm really enjoying the series. I mean, the last one was cracking, and this one is good as well. Oh God, managed to hold it nice and tight through there, and we have gained a bit of ground on him. Right, let's see if we can put him under pressure. We know he's not very quick in the slow corners, and we've managed to pull away from third as well, which is good. no, actually, looking on the map, he's still tagging on behind us. So we've got to make sure we don't let him come flying up the inside somewhere. Right, trying to hold it around there. Right, gotta be careful. Almost shunted him into that corner, but we managed to get around there really quick, and we're going to gain a bit of slipstream here. So that is awesome. Now we hit a 1:27 in qualifying. Is this going to be our fastest lap? Yes, we managed to hit a 1:26, so we have improved in this race so far. So that is good to see. Right, let's see if we can just. But they were hitting 1:25, so we still got a little bit of ground. Can we take the inside? Oh, he slowed down really early there. Oh my God, he opened the door and I just went straight through it. Thank you very much. Right, so we got 3 minutes to try and hold on to it. Just try not to make any mistakes. Nice and tight round there. And hopefully we can hold on to this, but it's not going to be easy. Because like I said, there is quite a few turns through here that we do seem to lack the pace, and they're going to keep on catching us through here, especially around there. I try and get as tight as to the corner as I can, but I just don't seem to have the drive. Second gear on this car is awful. It just takes so long to get going. And that's the one thing I'd like with the gearing. I did muck around with a few things in the previous race on the gearing side of it, and I just couldn't make the car any better. It just doesn't seem to. The gear's too long, I think. Maybe shortening the gear may be better, but we'll have to have a look at that in maybe the next race. Right, let's just try and hold it around here. Just try and keep that distance between us and second. Right, let's keep it nice into. Oh God, just caught the corner there. That was a bit of an error, but luckily we managed to accelerate okay. But they're very, very close behind. This is going to be really, really tight to the end. I'm pretty sure they're going to try and get past. I can see it right now into the last stages. They're only literally a couple of car lengths behind. Let's just try and hold it through here. Oh God, got a little bit wider there. That wasn't the greatest, but we managed to maintain a decent pace. Right, I definitely find it dropping it down to first is the best through there. Every time I try and hold second through there, like I said, because the gears, it slows down so much, you just can't get the drive. Right, so you can hold second round there, okay, but you just couldn't do it around that other corner. Right. Just managing to hold him off, but this is where I think he's going to make a little bit of a lunge. Right, slow it down. Oh God, no, 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 no. Oh God, I almost went into the wall there, and they both caught up. Oh, this is going to go all wrong. I can see it now. I'm going to make a mistake on the last lap. Right, let's keep it nice and tight through there. Yes, we've managed to get a nice drive through there, but they're still pretty close behind, and we've dropped off the pace a little bit. And this is where it's going to get really, really tight. Right, let's just try and not make any mistakes around here. Keep it nice and smooth. Let's see if we can just push really hard on the last lap and win it in style. Right, let's take a little bit of a wider line this time so we don't catch the corner. Much better. Yeah, they're definitely not very quick around the slow corners, and that's where we're definitely taking advantage. Right, last lap. This is where it all goes down to. Let's try not to muck up this excellent position we've put ourselves in. Oh, I thought this one would be very, very challenging, and we've managed to have a really good start to this championship. Right, let's just try and hold it around there. God, just over the curve slightly. You can get away with that. Right, let's keep it nice and steady through here. Ooh, try to take it as quick as possible. And we're up on our time as well, so we're doing really well. That's nicely done through there, and this is a really, really good lap so far, and good round there. So we're managing to go for it, and we've got to push. I think they're going to go for it on this last section, so we've got to try and hold on to it. Right, let's keep this nice and tight. Nicely done. Oh, he's really close behind. This is going to go right down to the last couple of corners. They're going to go for it. Right, let's try and hold the speed round there. Oh no, I turned in a little bit too early. I've caught both walls there. Oh my God, that was my error. I just turned in a little bit too early, and I was trying to be smart to get a nice drive around there, but luckily we managed to hold on to it there. But he's really close. He's literally on my back bumper here, right to the last turns, and I think, oh God, second just got taken by third there. That could have helped us, because they're going to battle over the positions behind us. Right to last corner, and yes, we managed to take that pretty well as well, and I think we're going to just get to the finish line in first place. What a victory. We almost mucked it up on that lap, which was a shame because we were actually flying, but we got to the end and we took the victory. Right, let's check out the results and then we'll move on to the next race. So here we go. Right, let's just check out, did we get the fastest lap? Oh, yes, we did, but it doesn't say that we got a bonus point. Maybe we don't get bonus points for fastest lap in this series, but we're top of the leaderboard with 25 points. Brilliant start. Now we move on to round 2, and I didn't even check what circuit it is, so this is going to be a surprise. So let's get straight into it, guys. Right guys, for round 2 we've got Nurburgring Sprint, and I actually haven't done this circuit on this game yet. I've done the full circuit but not the short version, so this could be really interesting. So let's get straight into it and see if we can get a decent qualifying time as well. So here we go. Right, so another decent qualifying session, and we managed to get 3rd spot, which I'm quite happy about. Hopefully we can push hard in the race. So let's get straight into it, guys. This could be very close racing. Right, so it looks like it's going to be an evening race, which is awesome. So all the cars have got their headlights on. Let's see if we can get a good start to this race. We know that first corner can be very tricky. So let's try and get through there without getting smashed out, because that happened quite a few times in the qualifying session. So let's see if we can get a good start here, and off we go. Right, so we're in a decent position. I mean, 3rd spot in qualifying was very promising. So let's see if we can get a good start. It looks like we can be forced on the outside, but I don't mind that. Right, slow it down. Let's try and take an outside line. Ooh, a little bit of contact there from the inside, but can we get a good drive back up the hill? I think we are, but we've got a car on the outside of us still. Let's try and hold the inside. And yes, we've managed to get up to 2nd. Yes, we forced him out. Awesome. So we're up to 2nd. Another decent start. Right, let's just try and hang on to 2nd place for a little bit longer, get a good drive around that corner. That's not too bad, and see if we can just settle into a rhythm. We need to stay pace with the car in front like we did in the first race, and just try and take an opportunity to get past if we get one. Right, let's try and keep it nice and tight through there. I must admit, for first experience around this shorter version of this circuit, I actually enjoyed it in this car. I thought it would be a little bit too tight for the car, but it worked out okay. I was absolutely loving the qualifying session. There was about 4 or 5 of us going round together for about 5 or 6 laps in that qualifying session, and I felt like I was in like a decent rhythm as well. I was keeping pace with even the cars that came the fastest in the qualifying session. Just didn't have that little extra at the end. I think on the first and last corner is just where I was losing it, and as you can see, they've managed to get through there slightly faster through that chicane and a lot quicker around this last corner. I just couldn't get the drive in this car. This car just doesn't turn in as well as some of the other cars, and every time I try and accelerate a little bit too early, the front end seems to just turn in quite a lot. So that's where I was losing time, and as you can see, it's managed to pull away. So we need to start reacting to this. We can't afford to let it get away too much. We need a really good corner here. Right, slow it down, get nicely turned in and get a good drive. Oh, that wasn't too bad, and as you see, as soon as you accelerate, that front end is all over the place. I didn't make too many adjustments this time. I just used the same setup as I had from Long Beach, and it felt okay. Probably not the best, but it was getting me decent times, so I thought I'm not going to muck around with it too much. Oh god, struggled through that turn, and yes, we've just been told to be careful. We don't want to be getting any penalty points or warnings as we are going off circuit slightly. Oh god, just getting nice and tight there onto the apex, and I'm just trying to settle into a rhythm. We need to get a little bit closer and try and match his lines. They do have some good lines around here, I've noticed. I mean, in previous games, the AI are so all over the place around this circuit, if I remember rightly from Project Cars 1, but on this one they seem to be pretty good. They seem to take up some decent lines, so I'm going to try and copy them and try and gain some decent speed through these chicane. Right, that's a good line through there. Oh god, no, I just caught a little bit too much, turned in a little bit too early. Just trying to hold the speed through there. Got to be careful, we don't want to be getting any penalties in this race, because 1 second penalty can cost you so much. When I've raced online, I think some circuits are terrible for penalties. This one ain't too bad, but yeah, there is a few that I've had trouble with where I just slightly go on the curb and I get a 1 second penalty. And even when you try and give back the time, it doesn't disappear, which is rather annoying. I don't know whether that's a problem with the game, but yeah, I don't know whether it's happened to you guys. Let me know in the comments. Penalty points a little bit harsh sometimes. Right, let's try and get a good drive down that section, keep it nice nice and tight. We're managing just to hold pace here. Right, let's try and get a better drive around this turn. Oh, that was nice. That was much better that time. Excuse me. Let's try and get a little bit closer. Can we get close enough to get past here? Oh, God. No, just didn't have the pace. Onto the apex again. And he's managed to get away. He takes a much wider line through that section than I do. I'm going in really tight. And let's just see if we just get a little bit closer through this section. Try and hold it. Getting his slipstream, but it does look really good with the red skies and that. I must admit, this time of night is pretty decent. I mean, in total darkness at nights would probably be amazing on this game. I haven't done it yet, but I expect we will do at some point in this career series. The game does like to mix up the weather conditions and the times of day as well, which is really good. You don't know what you're going to get half the time. Right, let's try and hold it around that turn. It's not too bad. Still sitting in second place. I think finishing second wouldn't be the end of the world. We've still got another 3 races in this championship, but if we can just push it a little bit harder in these last 3 minutes, hopefully we can get an opportunity to get past. Right, let's try and get a nice turn this time. Slow it down. Oh God, I almost went straight into him then. Just managed to stop it. Right, get a good drive up the hill. Get nicely turned in, and we're much closer this time. Oh, this feels really good. Right, let's see if we can get a little bit closer through this turn. This is the difficult left turn to the right turn. You've got to line it up, try and take it a little bit wider. Now get a good drive. Oh, that felt really good. Oh, we're going to get a bit of slipstream there as well. Can we get past him in this turn? Oh, this is going to be tough. Can we squeeze past? Yes, we managed to squeeze past. Oh, fantastic, and we're in the lead. Oh, what a move that was, and with 2 minutes to go as well. We've timed that perfectly, so it looks like we can have maybe just one more lap after this as well. So we might be able to win this if we can just hold on, and I think we should be able to for a lap. At least we can do it. Right, let's see if we can just hold it through there. Right, we need to nail this section here. We know that we're not the quickest through here, so let's just try to slow it down. Keep it nice and smooth. Oh, I will take that. That was okay. And I'm not sure, are we going to get to the finish line in time just for one more lap, or is it going to be a case of doing another lap after that? I think it's going to work out like that. Let's have a look. Oh, it looks like it's only going to be one more lap. Oh, fantastic. So it looks like it's going to only be one more lap. So we've timed that perfectly. Right, slow it down. Keep it nice and tight. And yes, oh God, 3 of them bunched up through that corner, so that should work in our favour. Hopefully we can just pull away here. Don't think we're the quickest on the circuit. I think there was a couple of other cars that probably had a faster time. I don't think it came up that we've had the fastest lap, so we're definitely not running the quickest. So let's try and hold it through there. That's nicely done through there. We definitely have the edge through that turn, because I've noticed on quite a few laps I managed just to close the gap through that section. Right, keep it nice and tight. That's nicely done. Oh God, grabbed a little bit too much of the curve there. Let's be careful. I did try and go wide through that section a few times, and the car just didn't turn in very well. Like I said, this is the only thing I will say about this KTM, that it doesn't turn into corners very well, and that was one issue that I have had. It just understeers so much. Didn't matter what I adjusted, it just didn't seem to get any better, so you really have to alter your style through the turns for that. Right, let's try and get it nicely turn through there, not too bad. Last corner, and it looks like we're going to take another victory in this championship, and that's going to put us in a brilliant position going into the next 3 rounds. Right to the finish line, another decent race. We weren't the quickest, but we did enough to win the race, and there we go, in the KTM, another victory. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Please give it a big thumbs up. The next episode will be coming very soon, so let's try and get at least 30 likes on this video today. And again, thank you for that logo, and I will see you very soon, guys. So bye.